Okay, let's talk about local storage a little. So local storage, and you'll notice in the notes I said window.localStorage because it is a property of that window object, the global object. But that means it's available as a global variable as well. You can just say local storage. You don't have to say window.localStorage most of the time, assuming you don't also have a local variable named local storage, which is a terrible idea. Don't do that. It's a place to store data on the user's machine. It'll live in their browser. And don't worry, other sites won't be able to steal it. The local storage object that your site sees will be completely isolated from the local storage that, Amazon sees or whatever. So it's scoped by the site. And it looks a lot like a JavaScript object. It has key value pairs. It's a little different in that the values must be strings. We talked about the fact that the values in an object can be anything. They can be another object, they can be an array, they can be a number, whatever. But they must be strings, or numbers or Booleans. But you can't have arrays and objects stored in local storage. You would have to convert those to strings first. So to put something in local storage, localStorage.setItem. First argument is the key where you want to store it in local storage. Second is the value. Pretty easy. To get it back, local storage get item, name of key. Piece of cake. Want to remove something from local storage? Local storage dot remove item and the key. You want to clear local storage altogether? Local storage dot clear. Pretty simple. So what if you do have an object or an array, something that you need to convert to a string before you store it? We've seen what happens when we try to use an object where a string is expected. We get object-object, which is profoundly unhelpful. So there is a function built in called json.stringify. Pass an object or an array to json.stringify, and it will turn it into a string that actually serializes that data in a way that it can be parsed later. So we'll see what that looks like here in a minute. Similarly, there's json.parse. Pass it a string, and it will turn it back into an object or an array or whatever it was. So json.stringify, json.parse. What the heck is this JSON business? It stands for JavaScript Object Notation. And it looks an awful lot like JavaScript Object Notation. Now, they're not truly one-to-one. Not every valid JavaScript object would make, not every syntax, I should say, for creating a JavaScript object would make for a valid JSON. So we'll see what that looks like.